Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in this series from Rita Berman's lovely download. She made this ready to promote her new book, Meine Reise Durch Asien. I have put a link in the description to the download so you can get it. It's only available though until I think probably the 25th of August, maybe the 26th, the day the book comes out. The download is no longer available to download. Obviously, well, maybe not obviously, once you grab it and save it, it's yours to print out and download as many times as you like. So if you don't have a printer available at this point in time, go and grab it and save it, and then it'll be ready for you. Now our top row, we've done pink, blue and then green backgrounds, and for this row we did the same, pink and blue. So this one is going to have a green background, and I'm just choosing my green while I'm chattering to you. I think we'll do something a little bit different. We'll do this earth green. It's quite a grey green. I think it might just help the other items to stand out. I'm going to just start colouring it. We might darken some areas after, but right now I'll just colour and chatter. So what Rita does, I have explained this in a previous video, but just in case you haven't seen it yet, she will release her downloads for a small period of time, and then once it's gone, it's gone. So I'm just sharpening up. So you can't download it after a certain date, so it's well worthwhile. As soon as the video is over, nip down to, now scroll down to my description, right click on the link to the download, have it open in another window ready for you, and then when you finish watching, or pause me, and when you finish watching you can go and print it out, or make sure you save it. And then even if you printed it, you've still got a copy there, just in case, you know. I always like to have a copy. It's very rare for me to do a download more than once, but I have done before, and it means it's just there for you. You can use it as many times as you want, which is really good. And tell all your friends. You know, anyone you know that likes colouring, let them know it's there so they can grab it as well. Right, so I'm just doing this background. I think this is going to work very well. We've got these cherry blossoms here to do. We've done a couple of lots of cherry blossoms already. I have a feeling that we're going to have lots to do in Rita's book, which will be lovely. I don't use my pinks enough, so I'll be using them a lot. Obviously you don't have to colour them pink. You can have them, imagine there's some other type of flower entirely, but it does feel right to do them as cherry blossoms, so that's what I'm going to do here. I have done 2 different types of pink, and I'm going to do a third different type of pink for these as well, and it's quite fun to mix it up a bit. I might not in my book, I might just stick to the same one all the time, but I might not. I'm not the sort of person who always likes to do something the same way every time in a book normally, so I will vary it a little bit. Sorry, I thought someone was coming in to talk to me then, and they weren't. So I stopped the video. I don't know if I was a bit abrupt. I was a bit confused. Anyways, when I did Johanna Basford's Ivy and the Inky Butterfly for the first time, my first copy, I decided to keep certain elements the same colour all the way through. And it did make it easier because I didn't have to keep choosing different colours. But the second time round I decided to just mix it up, do whatever I like on each page. So and I find that a little bit more freeing, really, I guess. Okay, that's my background, but I'm going to add another colour. Now I find with that earth green, the Juniper Green works really, really well. I use them together all the time. So what I'm going to do is take the Juniper Green and just use it on the edges. So I'm just going to use a little bit and fade it towards the middle on the edge, and they just seem to blend together nicely. They go together well. They also, excuse me, go very well with pink. So often for a leaf combo I will use the juniper at one end of the leaf, with the earth green going to the other, you know, say the juniper at the tip, the earth green at the other end, and then on the end that's the palest I will just add a little bit of pink, and it can be quite fun. It just gives you something really different. I've no idea if there are any leaves like that, but it doesn't matter, does it? It can be fun. Now we've got these swirly bits. Not sure what those are. Got to decide what colour to our cat as well. Now at the moment these greens are quite cold, I think. They're not and I'm wondering whether a grey cat might go better, but it might just disappear because it's quite a grey green. I'm just going to go back in now with my earth green and just tidy up that bit, just so it blends in nicely. Oops. So I am still thinking about the cat. I still think that grey might just work really well. We'll see. And it's going to have a, it's got this. Now, is that a gold, lucky sort of clovery, shamrocky thing? Or, because it is a lucky cat, isn't it? Or is it a flower, a blossom? I don't know. I can't remember them, what they have. They often seem to have, right, they're red and gold, not cat coloured, but this one is going to be cat coloured because it looks really like a cat rather than, I don't know. Right, let's brush that away. Right, I'm going to do my pink flowers. Worry about cats later. Okay, is that the right one? Yes, so I like using these Carmine colours. So we've got a rose carmine, a pink carmine and a permanent carmine. Okay, we might not use the permanent one. We'll see. This one's quite red, the permanent one. The rose is the lightest, and I'm going to start with that on every flower. Just a pale base of the rose carmine. Just lightly, try and cover every bit, but as lightly as you can. We're going to do that on the same. We will make them look a little different in a minute. Got hearts as well, they're rather nice. We won't do those in this colour. We'll maybe use our darker colour for that. That might make sense, mightn't it? Now these centres have obviously got seeds and things going on. We are ignoring that now. We won't completely ignore it, but just for now, just getting this base colour down. And those circular ones as well, I'm sort of ignoring for now. This week seems to be going very slowly. It's nice when time goes slowly, I think. Sometimes it feels like it's just getting away from us and disappearing in the shot. But I don't know why. I keep thinking it must be Friday and it's Tuesday. For me, recording this, when this video goes out, it won't be Tuesday, so I'm probably really confusing you. So this is pink carmine. Okay, that one was rose, this is pink. We're going to do this centre area a little bit darker. Basically, I want it dark in the middle and then just fading out. I'm going to do these in this colour. I'm going to do them quite solid. I don't really know what they are. Anyway. Just fading it out towards the edges. These are quite short, as you can see. I started using these pinks quite a lot lately. I have replacements from most of my short colours, which is lucky. Now this is a different one. I'm just going to do the centre, just so it looks a bit different. Oh, we haven't done that one. There we go. Just the centre of that one and that one. And then with the permanent carmine, we will do the hearts. Now the hearts are drawn so that this bit looks darker, so we'll put a little less on that side. That one isn't. Like that. Right, now the centre of those flowers that have got this sort of pollen, I'm going to do in black. Oops. I'm going to grab my black pencil. The black pencil should do. If you would rather, you could use a black marker, but I'm quite happy doing it in pencil. So I'm going to try and draw in these dots in pencil. Doesn't want to write. It might have been easier to have done it first, because Polychromos don't smudge, so if you do the dark colour underneath, it won't smudge all over the place. If you had a smudgy pencil like a Prisma, I wouldn't do the black first. It would probably smudge. It might not for everyone, but it would for me. I am a messy colourist. So just colouring in each of these, it's very simple. I didn't do that one because they're just drawn in for us. And we'll put some white in this as well, with a pen later. Not now, or else I'll smudge it everywhere, for the reason mentioned before. So all the way around. There we go. Now I'm going to do the green bits just before I do the cat, or else I may just forget. I think I'd like them to be quite dark, just so they stand out. Yeah, I think the pine green will work, because it won't be too bluey or too yellowy, because these are quite, it needs to match this sort of grey-green. I'm not doing anything special, but just blocking in the colour here. So I want them to show up. If I fade them, they'll just disappear into that background. Whoops, my paper's moving around. Ooh. There we go. Now, let's do our cat. As I said, I think grey is going to be the way to go. Excuse me, I'm going to use a darker grey for these bits, and then a lighter grey for the main cat. So this is my Cold Grey 6. It's quite a dark one. And I'm going to use it for these bits. Oops, apparently snap it. These don't normally snap. I think it might be because I'm leaning straight on the table. They're also quite sharp. Is that one there? I think it is. There we go. Now look, we've got a little bit here like the Tom. It's going to be a little bit lighter, but I'm going to move to my next grey. I'm going to go down a couple of shades. This is the Cold Grey 4. Excuse me. And just start to colour really. I'm just checking, that looks brown. Is that a cold grey? Yeah, I was just making sure it wasn't a warm grey. It looks quite brown. I'm going to leave the little cheeks because I might do them pink. I think that would be cute. So what I'm going to try and do is make it a little darker around the edge, because I think it will help the face to look a little rounder. So it look cute, a little round face. I've just realised the builders have timed it perfectly, because they're coming on Thursday and Friday. I think that's when, I think Thursday there's gymnastics on that I wanted to watch. So I'll be able to watch that while they're here and colour and chill. If I get this, get my colouring done in advance, which I have to, and I can watch it. It's lovely. It's the joy of being self-employed and working from home. You can do a few enjoyable things. Very, very lucky. I feel very privileged. I know a lot of people can't do that. Okay. I'm going to do I want the ears to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to grab this Cold Grey 6. Just go in there with a little bit of a darker colour, because it would be shady, shadowy in there. There, that's better. Happy with that. And then we'll do this body. I'm just going to put a layer down. As I say, I think the tum can do a bit lighter, so I'm going to avoid that area, so I'm just going to do the bottom of the tummy and not the sort of top bit. I'm thinking maybe it'll come up there like that. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think that's worked. We haven't done the dark bit there, but that's okay, we'll get there in a minute. Grab the Cold Grey 6, just do that bit. Okay, I'm back with my Cold Grey 4 to do that bit that I've missed. Now I can do this bit a little bit darker, just bring that in a bit, a little bit up there, give some shape to that foot. It'd be dark at the bottom here, wouldn't it? There'd be some shadow along here. And up there. Now we've got this hand to worry about. I think a little bit of shadow under there and quite a bit on the sides. There. Now cheeks, I'm just going to grab the Rose Carmine just to match it in. Oh. Oh. Flower. Permanent Carmine. Oops, crikey. I hit my pencils, which hit my tripod, which made a bang. Sorry. Okay. And then the pink Carmine for this flower. So I'm going to try to fade it towards the edges. I've got a lot of pink going on here and not many other colours, but I think it's okay. I know we've got green and grey, but you know, we could have done some flowers different colour, but I haven't. So I'm going to try to really emphasise that darker bit. I think the reason I prefer these pinks is because they're more red, so they don't look pinky pink like a Barbie pink or anything. There we go. Now the collar, I can't introduce a new colour, so I'm just going to use the rose, the Rose Carmine like that, and then make it darker here. Like that. And we're now going to use a white God Posca. Oops, we've been using it on all of the pictures. I'm going to use it around here, around the centre. Lots of dotting. And although the pink isn't that dark, it's still, the white still shows up, which is good. I'm going to do it on those dots there, and a little bit around the centre of there. Should do a bit more, I think so. Just a few lines of dots. It's a bit crowded now in dots, but we want to make sure the cat is really the centre of attention. Could put a few white dots actually on the cat, but I don't think we will. Could make the whiskers white, but I think we won't. I think what I'll just do is put a line of white on the hearts and that will do. I keep wanting to fiddle, but I'm going to leave it. So there is our lucky cat. It's very cute, isn't it? So all we've got left, I say all, is the large picture here in the centre. What I have decided to do is to split it into thirds. So it would probably be this sort of little chunk of buildings here for one, and then maybe this bit for another, and then maybe this bit and maybe the sky or something like that. So it will be split up just to make it a bit easier for me, and it will keep this series going for a little bit longer, which I think will be good fun. But until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy your day. There we go, there he is in the middle for you. Please like, comment and subscribe if you can. It does make a big difference and I really appreciate it. Thank you to all of those of you that do anyway. It's many thanks. Have a lovely day and happy colouring.